Dream, plan, build, grow, dream, build, let's grow.
Welcome back to the Boss Junior Bootcamp. In this lesson, you will need your producers and consumers worksheet to follow along with. Take a moment to locate the worksheet by scrolling down below the video. You will complete it as you follow along. Got it? Alright, now let's get started. Before we move on to the next lesson in Dream, let's do a recap of what we've learned so far. In the first day of Dream, we learned that a person who has made $1 million is a millionaire, and that a person who makes $1 million through their own efforts is a self-made millionaire. We also learned that most self-made millionaires are business owners. So with that information, we should all strive to become business owners, right? Exactly. We also went over the 4 paths to generate income, which are the employee path, the self-employed path, the business owner path, and the path of the investor. We covered how the left side of the 4 income pathways diagram are least likely to become a millionaire, while the right side of the 4 income pathways diagram are most likely to become a millionaire. We see that if you want to become a millionaire, the best way to start is by becoming a business owner. But where do you start in becoming a business owner? Well, first we have to find our market. A market is a place where products and services are bought and sold. A product is an item that is offered for sale. When identifying a market, there are 4 key areas you have to look for. First, there must be consumers, which are people who buy products or services. Then the producers are the individuals that offer the products or service. And from those 2, you'll understand supply and demand in a market. And again, a market is a place where products and services are bought and sold. The 4 areas we will look at are producers, consumers, supply, and demand. In a market, a producer is a person or company that offers goods or services for sale. Producers are the business owners that supply whatever product or service people are interested in spending money for. As a producer, you look to provide a solution to the problems or needs that a consumer may have. Let's say that you're a mechanic. In this case, the problem that you may find is that people have cars that are breaking down and need repair. The solution that you will provide in their service is to fix and repair their cars so that they work like new. As a producer, it is your job to find the problems in your community and think of a way your business can solve them. Now let's stop here and fill in our worksheet. Let's take 2 minutes to write down all of the great information we just learned. Don't worry, if you need more time, just hit pause. Okay, time's up. How did you do? Did you fill in all the blanks? Great. Now let's move forward with our lesson on market. So next we have a consumer. In a market, a consumer is a person who purchases goods or services for personal use. The consumers are the people who have a demand for the products or service in that market. An example of a consumer can be anyone. In fact, if you yourself go to a grocery store or out to eat or even shop online, then you are a consumer. The difference is that as a Boss Junior student, you will also be a producer. Remember, a consumer is a person who purchases goods or services for personal use. Two other important parts of a market are the supply and demand in the market. The supply in a market is the amount of products or services a market has to offer to consumers. If your business provides a service, your supply is how much time you have available for your customers. And if your business provides products, your supply is based on how many products you have that are ready to be sold. Remember, a product is an item your business may sell. Supply describes how many of your products or services you have available to provide to your customers. If your business provides a service, your supply is based on how much time you have available for your customers. If your business provides products, your supply is based on how many products you have that are ready to be sold. Having enough supply available is important for making money through your business. If your company runs out of supply, you won't have anything to offer consumers, and then you'll miss out on opportunities to make money. Now, let's stop here and fill in more of our worksheet. Let's take 2 minutes to write down all of the great information we just learned. Don't worry, if you need more time, just hit pause. Okay, time's up. How did you do? Did you fill in all the blanks? Good. Before we move on, let's recap what we just learned. We learned that a market is a place where products and services are bought and sold. A product is an item your business may sell. We also learned that a producer is someone that offers goods or services for sale, and a consumer is someone who buys goods or services. We discussed that supply is how much of your product you have to sell. Got it? All right, let's continue on with our lesson on market. The demand in a market comes from a consumer's need to own the product or use the service. That means that if you have people that want your product, there's a demand for it. It is the consumer's demand that makes a market grow, because it lets producers know how much supply they should have available. The value or cost for products or services in a market are determined by the demand for them. Value is defined as the amount of money a product or service is worth. The best way to find demand in a market is to look where people are spending their money. For example, if you go into a city and find that there are a lot of pizza restaurants there, then you know there's a market for pizza in that city. And it actually may be a great idea to open your own pizza restaurant. So, today we learned about a market and what it includes. Remember, we learned that a market is a place where products and services are bought and sold. A product is an item your business may sell. We also covered how a producer is someone that offers goods or services for sale, and a consumer is someone who buys goods or services. We discussed that supply is how much of your product or service you have to sell, and demand is how many people want to buy your product or service. Make sure to take the information from today's lesson and complete your Day 1 Boss Junior business portfolio. Let's practice what we learned. After you finish your worksheet and Boss portfolio page, scroll down to view your vocabulary, games, and quizzes for this lesson. Make sure to share your progress in this program through social media to gain support for your business and get one step closer to winning $10,000 in venture capital for your business. Be sure to fill in the rest of your worksheet after watching this video. We'll see you next time for the Boss Junior Bootcamp.